Well, tomorrow's National Wear Red Day to bring about awareness of heart disease, and there are many events around the Twin Cities that will give information on what is still the #1 killer of women in the U.S. And our own Rena Sargentopoulos is involved in a very glamorous event. This is a look at the gown that she will be modeling on February 17th for the Red Dress Collection fashion show at the Graves Hotel. By the way, this is in the Minneapolis-St. Paul magazine, this month's edition. The event is sponsored by the University of Minnesota Physicians Heart at Fairview and is a fundraiser for the American Heart Association. Well, someone who has experienced heart disease firsthand is Jen Thorson, a heart attack survivor and American Heart Association's spokesperson. Thank you so much for joining us. I look at you, I never ever think that you would be a heart attack person.
Exactly.
And you were training for a marathon of all things.
I was.
So fit and young and vibrant, and so tell me about that.
What happened? And nothing like you think a heart attack would be. You've seen on TV or in a movie where someone, has a sudden pain, falls to the ground and goes to the hospital. It was several days of symptoms. It took many, many hours of acute pain before I thought maybe there's something really actually wrong with me. I did everything that women shouldn't do. I came up with excuses for, I must have, pulled something. It never occurred to me that I would be having a heart attack. I was 37 years old. I was training for my second marathon. If I was talking to you then, I would have told you I was a healthy person. So it came out of nowhere, but at the same time, heart disease was building up, was happening to me for many, many years.
Well, and we're taking pictures, or we're showing pictures right now. That's you on the Heart Association website.
Yeah.
And that's your husband.
And my two boys.
Yeah. And so, and also when the doctors were looking at you, I read your story a little bit and listened to your husband in this video. He said you kept passing everything with flying colors.
I did pass most of the diagnostic tests for a heart attack, other than an enzyme that your heart secretes when it's in trauma through a blood test. But I passed the EKG and the echocardiogram, x-rays, so it can be really hard to see, especially in women, but can be hard to see in everybody. It's not as dramatic moment as we think it is.
Well, certainly more information on how to do that. But you also took your story to the Mall of America last year, and now you're a spokesperson.
I did.
Tell me about the event that's coming up.
Okay. It's all over the mall, and there's a fashion show, healthy cooking demonstrations. There'll be dancing for kids. What else didn't I say? Blood pressure checks, a lot of information. And then also the casting call, which is what I went to last year to tell my story and help get the word out about heart disease in women and knowing their risk, knowing what the risk factors are that they can change, and then knowing what the signs and symptoms are so they don't delay treatment like I did, so they do call 911.
Well, thank you for joining us. We're glad that you're here.
Yes, thank you.
And are able to guide other women towards maybe taking care of their own heart health.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks.
Well, coming up later, we're going to have a preview of what Macy's is doing to bring more awareness to National Heart Month, and we'll have a link to the American Heart Association, where you can find all the heart-friendly events happening this month on KARE11.com's 4 p.m. homepage. Now let's go out to the backyard with Laura Bett.